What? I know you want the heartbreak story.
I really want to know.
I know you want it.
That's why I had to bring you on the side. So that when you start crying, I'll just take the tears and add it to the down.
There's a lot of crying that has already happened here.
Oh, really?
There's a lot of tears of mine. I think this dam is probably full of my tears. But not only tears, not only of sorrow. There's a lot of tears of gratitude, of happiness. You know, the things that I've achieved that I didn't think I could achieve over the last 3 years.
Would you say that the heartbreak changed you?
A lot. It showed me that, you know, I have more strength than I knew. I had to pull myself together. Like I said, I'm a mom, so I have 2 beautiful boys. They needed me.
Who broke your heart?
Who broke my heart? My name is Michelle Gwatimba. I'm 35 years old and I'm a commercial farmer in Zimbabwe. On our farm, we are on 150 hectares. We concentrate on mostly grains, legumes, and very recently we started and ventured out on horticulture. There's beauty in farming. There's beauty in seeing something going from nothing to something. I think it's more, especially as a woman, you can relate more, especially if you've had children, because I have children. So you can relate from literally starting from seed to then something sprouting into something you can see, you can touch, and obviously you can sell for profit.
Are you making money?
Truth be told, because we've been doing this for 3 years, the first 2 years were hard, inception, because when I did come on this farm, there wasn't much going on. So a lot of our resources have gone into clearing land, putting up infrastructure, and we've also had a lot of trial and errors. But finally, we see the results. We've finally started seeing profits. And yes.
Now that you're seeing profit, doesn't mean that it's capital intensive from the start.
It's not as capital intensive anymore, because the bigger things like the water pumps, we've already acquired those. So now our projects are not as capital intensive as they were the first 2 years.
Tell me something about yourself. Who are you?
I'm Michelle Gwatimba. Born and raised in Harare. Went to school at the Dominican Convent in Harare for high school, and in a place called Mutare for A-levels, and then went off to Malaysia.
Oh wow, you lived in Asia too?
Yeah.
How long did you stay there?
3.5 years. I did my Bachelor of Science in Business Information Systems.
And you ended up in the farm! What happened?
I don't know. I grew green fingers. I like working with my hands. Like I said, I wasn't happy with computers. I literally realized that computers were not for me like a year into the degree. But you know, our parents had put so much, and we decided, like, you know what, I'm just going to finish it. But at that time, I wasn't sure what I wanted to do, because for the longest time, I'm that child who, when people asked me when I was young, like, what do you want to do? One day I wanted to be a lawyer. The next day I wanted to be a policeman. The next day I wanted to be a dancer. I was never sure of what I wanted to do.
Can I ask you a question? So, but you never thought that one day you'd be a farmer?
No.
Why?
It's not a thought that ever crossed my mind.
Because in Africa, we think farmers are poor people.
No. My father was actually a farmer before me, but it's not a career path that I thought I would follow. Do you understand? He did it as extracurricular activity. So it's not something that it was like instilled in my head that, you know what, this is going to be something that I'm going to do for probably the rest of my life. No, it never dawned on me, never thought about it, never discussed it.
Are you doing this alone?
Yes. Hands-on, I'm alone. I have family who have helped a lot in financing, my siblings, and my brother-in-law actually. My mom, because obviously she's the owner of the land and she comes here a lot with me. But hands-on and more technically, it's me. And yeah, Mr. Mazondo, I think you saw him, who's our manager who we brought on, who works his magic, because he has more know-how, because I'm not qualified. I have no agricultural education. I have passion.
Okay.
So I have passion.
But are you learning from the job?
No. I'm learning. Like, I can do this, like, now. But before, I knew I wanted to. What happens is I always have these ideas. Like, no, I'm thinking let's do cabbages, and I do a lot of research. And obviously, with the internet these days, you can. But hands-on practical, you always need somebody who has that know-how. Because, not only do we do this, we're also doing tobacco. I think you saw the field. That's the one that we've cleared. We started tobacco last season. We tried just on 2 hectares. It did so well. So we're looking into doing between 5 to 7 hectares and just grow it as we go along. So the tobacco I'm learning, with the maize, which you saw, which is in the field as well, I can do maize in my sleep. Like, I know my maize.
You're trying to tell us that you're a pro.
I know.
You're a pro when it comes to maize.
I'm a pro.
I don't think the only purpose of this water is for you to come and sit here and cry.
No. This is our water source.
For irrigation purposes?
Yes, for irrigation. So all I can say is we're not waiting for the rain like in the rest of Africa. We're actually irrigating. There's a new facility we put in this year, at the beginning of this year. This is the control box.
Oh, wow.
It controls, obviously, takes electricity from there. A lot of gibberish happens inside here where the magic happens. It pushes an instruction to the pump, and then the pump pumps water from there right through here.
Is it not this for use for salsa?
Yeah, this is what we use for salsa.
So you're planting, then you sell it to people who make salsa, or you're going to make the salsa yourself?
Well, all the maize of the country goes to the government. All the maize that we grow, because for food security reasons.
It's for the government.
We sell it to the government.
To the government?
Yeah.
But do you know that government prices are always not good?
They're not, but...
Sell it to me.
No, I'm patriotic.
Hey!
I'm patriotic.
Okay, but why? Is it a law for you to sell your maize to the government?
Yes. For food security reasons.
To feed the nation?
To feed the nation.
That's amazing.
Yeah. But also because we are funded, like with me. I'm funded, I'm government funded for this particular project.
Oh, for the maize project?
For the maize, yeah.
The government gave you money?
Not money, they give us inputs. So they'll give us the seed, they'll give us the fuel, they'll give us the chemicals. But they'll obviously charge us. And then once I harvest, once we've harvested this, we deliver. They take whatever tonnage covers the loan, and then the rest of it they pay me out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it's more like they're giving you a loan.
Yeah. Yeah.
You pay back
the loan. Yeah. Once the season is over.
You know, Zimbabwe used to be the food basket of Africa.
Yes, it did. Of Southern Africa, yes.
Southern Africa.
Uh-huh.
It used to be.
Yeah, it used to be.
Which means now it's not.
No, it's not, but we're on our way back there.
What measurement do you think the government can do to bring that back?
I think they're on the right track. Finally, they are supporting agriculture, especially because before black Zimbabweans anyway, were communal farmers. They were doing small plots of land just to feed their families. But now we get a lot of government assistance to do bigger projects. So once we have access, do you understand? Now we can then export to other countries. We've come a long way. We really have. We're not at a point of exporting yet, but I think in the next few years, if we carry on the way we're going, I think we're on the right track. Yeah.
Let me ask you my final question.
Yeah.
Do you think agriculture is the future?
It's the present and the future. Because if people are not eating, then people will relinquish to live. People need to be fed. So how do we operate without agriculture?
What are you going to tell young entrepreneurs who are looking forward to venture into agriculture, based on your experience?
It's not as hard as people think. You understand? It's unfortunate that you guys have come in maybe in winter when we don't have a lot of work. It's not like we're going into the farm with hose. We use a lot of machinery. It has evolved from the way that maybe our forefathers used to do it. It's more about smart farming, smart partnerships, and you do partner with some people who have more know-how than you. It's not as capital intensive as maybe you'd expect. Like I think I explained to you with the maize, it is for the government, so we are contracted with them. We have a contractor for the sugar beans. So you need to make smart decisions. Yeah.
If you hear the name Africa, what comes into your mind?
Oh, beauty, melamine. royalty and everything in between, because we are royalty, you know. We all come from households. We're from Ghana. There is, you especially know there's royalty here in Zimbabwe. We also come, I always tell people I'm a Rosary princess, you know, because I come from a clan called Rosary. So we need to now hold ourselves with such esteem, you understand, and know that we don't always have to be the followers. We don't always have to be in the shadows. Not everything terrible is associated with Africa. Yes, and this is our time to rise.
There's so many Africans watching us right now. If you have a message for Africans, what would that message be?
Let's be true to who we are, to where we come from. Let's carry that. No matter where we go, either we go to any other continent, let's have pride. Let's have African pride. I think that's the biggest thing.
And if you had a chance to change one thing in Zimbabwe, what will it be?
There's not much I would change. I love the people here. I love our weather, even though maybe winter. So, you know, like I said, I'm very like patriotic. That. You don't like the weather, we know.
Nah.
You've struggled with the cold. So there's not much I would change. It's home, it's what I know, and it's what I love.
To her, Zimbabwe is perfect.
Quite. On our way to perfection.
I have no idea about that, by the way. But
we're on our way.
But I want to tell you guys, thank you so much for watching. You can leave a comment as the... Help me.
I'm not saying
Help
it.
me.
I'm not saying it.
The broken arm.